Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to more Baldur's Gate 3. We are picking up here in the Myconid colony. We have explored this whole area of the Underdark, and all we have left to do is come back to the Myconid colony and give them the mushrooms that we found to help figure out what's going on with our brain parasite. One thing a commenter on YouTube informed me of is over here where we found the guy trapped by a bunch of mushrooms, there's apparently a special item amongst the mushrooms that got blown up when I blew up all the mushrooms. I didn't spot it. So I'm not going to go into spoilers of what it would have done, but it would have given a bit more story for one of the companions from what I've read online, so I missed out on that. Just being transparent about that. So we missed that in this run. That's a shame. Those of you who know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Those who don't, I'm keeping it spoiler free so you don't get spoiled. But there we go. Hopefully I haven't missed too much or locked myself out of too much in this game so far. But I guess that's the point of a blind playthrough. We don't know. We're just running through things as we find them. Hello again, Umelum.
I greet you, child of the sun. How has your search for the mushrooms fared?
It fared well. How do you escape your colony? Did we ask him all these? We have definitely not, because I definitely didn't ask him how he survived without brains. So obviously that's the one we're aiming for. I'm not going to just attack him. Yeah, how did you escape your colony?
I was born with a propensity for arcane magic my people despise. It gave me the strength to resist the Elder Brain. Every waking hour I pushed back against its dire hold. My wizardry empowered me. The moment its control shattered, I fled. Before the colony discovered I had defected.
Huh. Well, how do you survive? Don't you need brains?
In the beginning, I had an arrangement with a lich. Excellent company, despite what one would expect. I required brains, he required souls. A perfect symbiosis. But our ambitions eventually splintered. I wished to better the world, and he preferred its rot. So I left his company, and thus I now feed from those who act against the society's goals.
So he still does feed on brains. He just chooses targets of people who he disagrees with based on his own moral beliefs and faction. Which still probably not okay. But everyone has their own leanings and their own views, and so it's better than just arbitrarily eating the brains of anyone who's not a mind flayer, I suppose. Yeah, best way to deal with that sort of hunger, I suppose. Like, I guess I'm assuming that our character was right with that initial question, that they need brains to survive, which is a strange required food source. But if that is the case, then you do what you have to do to survive. Like, I'm not going to doom his entire species, particularly him if he's broken free from the evils of his species, just because his species has a need to eat something the rest of us would prefer him not to eat. Yeah. But if it is just sort of a craving, like, oh yeah, we like the flavor of brains, but we can eat anything, then that's not okay. But that's not how it's being treated here, and I personally don't know. So I guess best way to deal with that sort of hunger, I suppose.
Perhaps the peoples of the Underdark will be less inclined to violence if they comprehend the cost, yes?
Huh. I will take a refresher. I vaguely remember what it was about. It's breaking the magical shell on our parasite, but not in a way that he thinks it will consume us, but so that he can connect with it to learn more about it, I think. Something to that effect. But let's get a refresher. What exactly was this potion for?
A tongue of madness and the spores from a Timusk mushroom.
Yes.
You may find them in nature, or the nearby cleric's tower. Be cautious. Those that have taken root are quite dangerous.
Ah, he didn't tell me what the potion was for. He told me about the various ingredients, which we knew. Yeah, we tried collecting Timask before I realized I needed the already collected Timask, and Shadowheart went crazy a few times. Well, I found those mushrooms you were looking for.
These are fine specimens. It will only take me a moment to brew them to proper potency.
Ormeluum turns away to prepare the potion, lost in its own musings.
You must drink the entire draught. I can make no promises as to its taste.
What exactly is this going to do to me?
It will lower the psionic defenses around the lava. If I cannot remove it, I may still be able to tell you more about its origin.
Ormeluum watches you with cautious intensity. It expects doubt. It expects fear.
What aren't you telling me? Is this experiment dangerous? I mean, he is expecting us to doubt him and fear him, so us doing so probably won't upset him.
Only in that you may be a danger to yourself. What the potion may make you see or feel, I cannot determine. But unless you are already a step from death, it will not kill you.
So, we know both of those mushrooms have mind-affecting effects. Tongue of Madness, I think, causes you to go mad, versus Timask, I think just gives you a befuddled, confused state. So a potion made of both, yes, it may lower the psionic potency of the worm so that he can get in, but it may also still affect us in similar madness or confusing ways. And that's what I think he's hiding. Let's drink the potion. What could possibly go wrong?
The potion is disgusting beyond description. The only mercy is that it goes down quickly.
Not a drop left. Very good. As the potion influences your mind, you may find yourself acting irrationally. Try and stay focused.
The world loses its edges, its finer boundaries. You are fluid, but trapped like a creature suspended in amber.
Interesting. So yeah, where he said that we may lose focus, try and stay focused. And I'm like, trying to force your mind to do something while your mind is actively fighting against you because you've effectively drank a hallucinogen of some sort. It's like, it's not ideal if you can't trust your own mind fully. So we can draw on our willpower, which we get a +1 from the forbidden knowledge, and then our d6 from the bliss spores. Or focus on the present, not the illusions, with a -1. I think I will take the +1 rather than the -1. We could have Shadowheart bless us. I was expecting guidance, which is not an option, but there is resistance, which gives us a +1d4 to saving throws. Do I want bless? Sure, we will have Shadowheart use her staff's bless rather than the... Is she only going to use it on us? Probably. Oh, it's one or the other. Then take the resistance for sure. That's free. We can't have both. I guess they would counteract each other. Anyway, we got a +3 to 11 on a d10. reasonably good chance. Yeah. There's a 12.
Dark holes bite at the edges of your vision, but the void cannot draw you in. The tadpole spasms, seizes. It's fighting the potion even harder than you are. Fear pierces your mind like knives of ice. The parasite digs deeper, as if it needs to hollow out your skull.
Ew. Okay. Drown out the tadpole by focusing on a tune. Another wisdom saving throw, same bonuses. Resist the panic from within, another wisdom saving throw. Or wall off your mind from the psionic seizure is intelligence. Obviously we're going wisdom. Do we focus on a tune? Or just resist the panic? I will attempt to focus on a tune. We're charismatic. We're probably reasonably good at tunes and singing, though we are not a bard. Obviously that has no effect on the roll, but it feels fitting thematically. Turn on the tadpole by focusing on a tune. We've already got the resistance. I assume there's nothing else to add, and there's not. DC 15 now. It's getting less good. That is very not good. Could use inspiration, and I think I shall. We're back again at 4 inspiration, so I'll re-roll it. 3 to 11, we have a reasonable chance of passing a DC 15, but if it keeps going up, we're going to lose at some point. There it is. $20 on a 15.
The cold blades lose their edge. You are stalwart, turning that tide of fear against itself. The parasite swells with power. More power than you have ever felt before. It surges and twists, lashing out against that which would dare to intrude. The parasite in your mind quiets, pleased with itself.
Omeluum, are you well?
That lava is like nothing I have ever observed before. Its power is unsettling.
Felt it grow inside me. There's more power than ever. That potion of yours could have killed me. That the tadpole almost did the same. You're supposed to make it weaker, not stronger. It actually got stronger, apparently. That's probably not a good sign. Let it grow inside me. There's more power than ever.
Such an outcome was not in my calculations. There is more to this being than mere stasis.
So I went through all this, and the tadpole is still lodged in my brain. We knew that was going to happen. What's next? Cutting off my own head? No. Suppose it's not all bad. More power is better than less. More power for us? Yes. More power for a parasite that we can't fully trust? Probably not. I don't really like any of these, but we'll just go with the top one. So I went through all this and the tadpole's still lodged in my brain.
Indeed. Although I may have another solution, albeit a temporary one. I possess a ring of mind shielding. It prevents elder brains from noticing my presence. It will not remove the lava, but it will limit its influence, both positive and negative. I would offer it as a gift, but in truth, the ring is priceless. Is there anything you could offer me in turn?
Interesting. So it would limit the effect both positive and negative. Does that mean we couldn't use our powers that we've selected? Because that would be less good. Yeah. Why didn't you mention the ring before this potion debacle? I have gold. Will that suit? Want this power? Keep your ring. about I tell you more about that nautiloid, every last detail. That's a good one. Persuasion. I wouldn't be in this situation if it wasn't for a mind flayer. You owe me. We could probably pull off the persuasion roll because we're really good at persuasion, but I don't think he owes us. I mean, we might be annoyed at mind flayers in general, but we can't say him specifically is the problem. Either give me the ring or I'll run you through. Yes. Try intimidating a mind flayer. Why didn't you mention the ring before this potion debacle?
Because removal seemed preferable to negation. And I must admit, I was curious to study the tadpole myself.
How about I tell you about that nautiloid, every last detail?
A fascinating topic indeed. What can you tell me?
Performance, which would be okay at. Give a dramatic retelling of your time on the Mind Flayer ship. Or intelligence, which would be terrible at. No, we have the D6 on either check, yeah. Enrich your story with details from the designs you found on the nautiloid. Or never mind, I'm not in the mood for sharing. We'll give a performance. Give a dramatic retelling of your time on the Mind Flayer ship. DC 10, we've got this. I mean, not necessarily, 5 to 10. We probably have this, though. Oh, and add a bonus from guidance. 6 to 14. Bonus. There it is. Minimum roll on all of our dice. Nice. Still succeeded.
What a brilliant experience. To feel one step closer to my ancestors is a fine gift indeed. Here, it is yours.
So is it a problem for him if he can now
May
be...
it serve you as well as it has served me.
That thing better work. If it doesn't, I doubt you'll be in any position to complain.
Of course, the lava remains. Be ever vigilant of its growth.
So,
I have never seen anything like it.
yeah, as I was saying, he's now exposed to the Elder Brain? Is that a good thing?
Perhaps, but at such an accelerated rate.
It simply shouldn't be possible.
Did we gain survival instinct? Because I don't recall that one before. Infuse a creature with psionic force. If it reaches 0 hit points, it heals instead of falling unconscious. And does it last until... Seems to last forever. There's no time limit on it that I see. It's cool. Can I see in our backlog that it gave me survival instinct? I don't.
How is your more personal risk?
I don't know. So we gained a Ring of Mind Shielding. Shelter, you have advantage on saving throws against Charmed. Meh. I mean, better than nothing, I guess, but
Looking ahead.
I think Astarion is one of my biggest damage dealers. So let's shield you from being charmed. Alright, that is this whole area resolved now. So I think I want to go up the elevator just to see where it takes me on the surface. But or assuming it does go to the surface, see where it takes me. If it does take me to the mountain pass somewhere, then I will hop back down and we will go further into the Underdark. That's the plan. Which I believe it's this way. Yes? Probably was a way to go up that way, but yes. No. Well, maybe. We're wanting to get... Yes, up here. That's the rope ladder that burned down with the traps. We're in the right place. I guess we didn't need to jump. We can just walk up here. Oh, I'm controlling Astarion. That wasn't the plan.
As bad as it could have.
Varric, you lead the way as always. Everyone knows you want your sorcerer in the front of the party.
If not over, then through.
Okay. Come on, man. Go. So yeah, let's try this elevator.
Doesn't work.
Oh. Well, I guess
Doesn't work.
that answers that. Cool. Well, with that resolved... There's no lever around or anything. Before I just teleport away. Torch, chest... No. Nothing's highlighting. Yeah. Okay. So that's something that probably has to be activated from a different location. Likely up on the mountain pass. This is the way to get down, maybe? So let's teleport to the beach. Here we are at the Dwegar boats. Toss down a save before we hop on, just in case.
A vessel wobbles on the lake's murky waters.
Sail into the darkness. That is cool. Hello.
You! What are you doing on Gek's raft?
We had a disagreement.
Where's Gek? Who are you?
I seek the sergeant. I believe she's keen to get these boots back. In the name of the Absolute, you will let me pass. Interesting. I'm afraid Gek is dead. He fell fighting the Myconids. We could go with deception. Reach out to the Dwegar's parasite. So he does have a parasite, so he is a follower of the Absolute. Or just push him into the water, which we will super fail at. Let's reach for his parasite. Why not? We haven't done that very much. Although usually, when they have a parasite, we see the mark on their face. But maybe that's only the... goblins? No. We saw it with the people who'd fought the owlbear unsuccessfully. I remember the goblins were branding people to prove that they were followers of the Absolute. And part of me thinks that what we saw on their face was that brand, but the owlbear people, I doubt, would have gotten branded by goblins, but I don't know. Let's try and reach for his parasite. If he doesn't have one, that'll answer that anyway.
Your parasite stirs briefly, then goes still. The Dwegar is not infected.
Okay. So that would be why... I'm going to assume that glow on the face looked like a brand is the sign of the parasite. Let's try the deception. We don't have to give away that we killed Gek. Try and learn more about what's going on before we give away our position. Okay, we can't get guidance, oddly enough. But we do get favorable beginnings, so we were right. That comment that said we get awesome bonuses in dialogue from favorable beginnings is right. We're getting a +3 on the check. We have a +11 to 16. Ha! Oh, that's an insane bonus. I mean, we technically can still fail. Not with that roll, though. Yeah, Gek died to Myconids. Sorry.
Damn. The sergeant will be pissed about her boots. Come on. Let's get you to shore. You're the one telling the sergeant what happened. The rest of you, keep patrolling. I'll be heading back with this one.
You continue forward in silence until the lights of a camp twinkle through the murk.
No option to just push him into the water now, when the rest of his companions are gone. This is definitely a Shar temple.
Well, I'll be plowed sideways. We've got a welcoming party.
You shithead! Time you showed up, we got trouble.
Spit it out! Sergeant finally choked on True Soul Near's prick.
Drugno. The twat soul caused a rockfall. Trapped tighter than a ring on a fat finger.
You're shitting me. You pay up?
That's the trouble. He's got the gold on him. Sergeant's arm is falling off with all the gnome slaves she's been beating. Who's the hoon, Greyman? Another slave for the dig?
Call me slave again, and I'll feed you your own stomach.
Oh, this one's feisty. Thrin's gonna knock the snot right out of him.
Interesting. I'm a true soul and you will treat me with respect. Reasonable choice, since we know they're currently following Near, who's a true soul, apparently. But they are not infected themselves. But are they followers of the Absolute? Or they're just following a follower of the Absolute? Who knows? Under Sergeant, I have her boots. I was told to report to the Sergeant. You keep slaves here? Don't worry about what I'm here for. I'll be on my way. How much do we want to dive into the parasite thing? I don't think I'm going to give away that I'm a true soul. Because we're kind of not. And I don't know where that would lead, but it probably would be problematic. I was told to report to the Sergeant.
Aye. He sniffed up Gek's corpse. Found the hoon sailing his skiff.
That's so.
Oh, well,
You feel the
that gives that
slightest
away.
stirrings in your head. The Dwergar is not infected, yet your minds resonate.
I'll be. You're one of them cult freaks. Felt the tingle. Your twat soul chum owes us a load of coin. You want through? Make a donation.
Huh. Fine, take it. I'm not giving up a single coin. I'll take your head before you take my gold. So Nier owes them coin. And they assume we're friends with him because we also have a parasite. Reasonable assumption, though wrong. No, I'm not giving you a single coin.
Unclog your hole. Just shitting around. But I'm warning you. That twat soul ain't settled up soon. There'll be hell to pay for the lot of you cult buggers.
We have to free Nier before we can take his head. Sounds like a lot of wasted effort.
You're just gonna openly mention that we're here to kill Nier. Just right in front of them. Alright. Well, I assume everything here is going to be stealing. No, we've got the map, some notes. Most of the items are stealing, of course. But let's check them out. Read the map. On one side of the page, a hand-drawn map depicts a northern grotto bordering the Ebon Lake. An attacker's account marks the other. One of the Drugnig shrooms sensed us and split. Chunky one, too. A month's worth of soup, at least. The rest were too busy droning to put up a fuss. Nair pays us, and I'm bolting for Mantal Dareth. Thrin's orders be damned. They got eel steak, mineral mead, and top-land food of all sort. Clan can't live on fungus alone. Northern grotto bordering on the Ebon Lake. I'm wondering if that's talking about the Myconid group that we met. This is probably considered the northern part of the lake. It looked like this was mainly sailing east to west, so I'm not certain. Yeah, not certain. And what about the battered note? Hey prickheads, slave grub is in the right barrel, Rothy Chow in the left. Next of you shits I see flubbing it is getting a hot poker up the arse, sideways, Thrin. I was hoping to see what was in the barrels, but even opening them is a crime. No need to get them all upset at us already. Alright, Morgul.
Something's on my mind.
What else do you have to say?
Move.
Apparently that is it. Might be able to jump up there, particularly with Lae'zel, but oh, we'll get around that way. And then there's alternative directions to go this way. Are those spiders of some variety? Fun. Just getting a look around before we actually get a look around.
I'll give you that.
Looks like this is all dead end, so let's explore this way before we head up. Just to see what's around. Nice, we got another sigil.
Dead drow, publicly displayed. The Dwergar are sending a message.
Interesting. So are the Dwergar fighting the drow?
Don't like strangers here. But Absolute must have took you in.
Who hung these drow out to dry?
Me? Who else? My spiders sussed them out of hiding, then Nier taught them a thing or two, and I let them fly.
Wasn't Nier a drow himself, if I'm remembering what we were told? Huh. Where did the drow come from?
Caught them sniffing around. Easy marks. Had the stench of the Toplands. Hung them here as a warning. Ain't no one drugs with Clan Flameshade.
Topside drow. So, are those Seldarine drows then, rather than Loth drow? And that's why they were killed? Maybe they get along with the Loth drow? I don't know. See, again, I hate this where it shows yellow, but when I put my cursor over it, suddenly it's red. Lulthsorn Drow. No, not Seldarine Drow. You are a Lulthsorn. Same with you? Yeah. I mean, theoretically, they could still be from the surface, but there aren't that many Lulthsorn Drow on the surface. Well, they seem peaceful. We could talk to them. And I'm somewhat tempted to, just out of curiosity. Let's do a quick save first, and then drink us a potion of animal speaking, since we've got quite a few. So we now have that effect active. Hello, Lurotan.
I speak true, brothers. You know it in your hearts. You know it in your very souls.
We need no Lolth, no Spider Queen. Father Mermouth is the head of Clan Lur. He hatched us, raised us, feeds us.
What care we for his business here? He keeps us small, keeps us contained. We should be with the Spider Queen, revered, adored.
Oh dear. Recall our learnings of the Spider Queen Lulth. Sure. So we've got 3 that are saying they follow the dwarf who is taking care of them, and 1 saying no, we should go back to the Spider Queen Lulth. We'll do the religion check first, just to see how it plays out. Give me guidance, thank you. No! We've still got 4 inspiration, roll again. Because I'm sure this is an oh so important quest. Barely, but a success is a success.
You've read that harming spiders is illegal among Lolth's faithful, and often punishable by death.
Father Mermouth is our past. Lolth is our future.
These spiders are loyal to the local Dwergar. In the event of a fight, they will join the fray against you, with slavering enthusiasm.
We don't know that we're going to get into a fight with the Dwergar, but it's reasonable to assume we might. So if we convinced the spiders to turn on the Dwergar, rather than aiding them in the fight, that is to our advantage. Even if we don't necessarily want followers of Lolth to get stronger, because Lolth is quite terrible. You should know that spiders are revered amongst Lolth's faithful. Harming one of your kind is a capital crime. We have that now because of our check. Mermouth, is that the guy who keeps telling everyone about his useless, hideous spiders? Oh, I think your sister is right. Among the Spiders Queen worshippers, you'll reach your true potential. We're just attacking their spiders. And we could probably pull off that persuasion. It's, I wish from here we could see the range that it gives. Like when we click on it and it gives us the range saying +1 to +7 or whatever is our bonuses. I wish from here it could see it, because I can do the math, but I just have to do the math myself to see it's what, +9 to wow, I have a +9 minimum. 2, 10, 14, 17. 9 to 17 bonus on this persuasion. Wow. Like, I think we auto succeed if we just do this one. Yeah, there's the chance I'll roll a nat 1 and feel really silly if I choose this. Just wonder if we get more experience if I do another roll. But probably not. I guess experience doesn't matter. Which sounds like the more interesting choice? I mean, they're both saying similar things. This one's saying you're being held back, you'll reach your true potential. This one's just saying you won't be harmed by Loth. Not necessarily that you'll reach your true potential. Yeah, reach your true potential. Even though we have a chance of rolling a nat 1, which would make me feel silly, go for it. Nah, we're good.
My bite could be stronger.
My venom more devastating.
Xanta, is it so?
This and so much more. In Lolth's hairy embrace, all is possible.
Her embrace.
We're ready.
We follow.
Yes. Now, brothers, our new dawn awaits.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, dude. Your spiders just vanished.
Snitch. No one drugs with Clan Flameshade.
I didn't do anything. You have no proof. So much stuff I can't steal. I'm wondering if this is going to be like the goblin heap where... Ooh, we do have further we can go this way. Also... It's thinking that the night song is right in this circle. Huh. Okay. Didn't realize we were that close to it. Whoa, you guys killed a whole bunch of gnomes.
Your own. Use it.
Eat and drink freely, for the lady doth come.
You ain't been the same since that rock slide.
Fables of Faroon, the cheerful deep gnome.
I say you're scamming the lot of us.
Better not be cursed.
Deep in the Underdark lived Doyle, a plucky deep gnome slave. Day and night, he and his brother toiled for 5 Dwergar smiths, mining iron and mithril until their arms ached and their eyes burned. Faster, cried the Dwergar, and faster Doyle would dig, even into the night, while his masters slept, smiling all the while. How can you smile while we slave? Asked the brother. Because I wish our masters much success, was Doyle's reply. Words of the Dwergar's quality weapons and armor quickly spread. To meet demand, the Dwergar brought in more slaves, and began to forge and stockpile their wares at the dig site. Yet Doyle dug harder than ever, his wide grin never faltering. Soon the Dwergar's operations grew so great that they commanded 20 deep gnome slaves. The day the 21st came, Doyle laughed and whooped so loud, his Dwergar captors sought silence in a nearby grotto. The slavers returned to find Doyle and his fellow deep gnomes clad in robust mithril armor and carrying mighty iron weapons, all taken from the slavers' stockpile. The 5 Dwergar fell quickly, for they were no match for 21 armed deep gnomes, and Doyle, he never stopped smiling. Beneath the fable, an incensed reader has written a brief review. Garbage. This is where the gnomes are getting bright ideas. Anyhow, I don't get it. This lesson makes no damn sense. So you guys are just throwing all the gnome bodies off. Alright. Hey, Biss.
Unless you're here to kick some stiffs lakeside, I suggest you bugger off.
Grimwork, did you kill them? I hope you're checking them for loot first. Did you kill them?
Nah, rockfall smashed them. Can't have them stinking up the place. The half that weren't crushed are digging the true soul out of the wreckage.
I hope you're checking them for loot first.
You gotta be kidding. These trash don't have nothing on them but rocks.
Rocks.
You never know until you check. Let's try inspecting a corpse. One of the 2 that's still left. Oh, not 1. We still have 4 inspiration. Do I keep earning them, or... Feels like something weird's going on because I don't see the pop-up saying I'm earning an inspiration. But I've re-rolled a couple of times this session already. I don't know. Like, I hope nothing's bugged giving me infinite inspiration because I'd feel bad about that.
You spot a shiny trinket on one of the corpses.
Interesting. So we can attempt sleight of hand to just take it. Or deception. I'll finish up here. You're wanted with the others. Yeah, deception's more our speed.
Thank the Absolute. They're all yours.
Absolute.
Okay, there were more left than I thought. Now we can loot all of them? We can.
Deep gnomes, killed under the yoke of slavers.
I will take the lives of those who took yours. Bow your head in respect. No shops on the Fueg Plain. I might just have to look in your pockets. That's really harsh. I don't think I'm going to promise to kill the slavers. We might. We probably will. But I need to know more about the circumstances first. Granted, we're just making a promise to the dead, and so it's like, how much weight does that carry? But I'll just bow my head in respect. Oh, Astarion disapproves. That's fine.
Revolting. Corpses carry disease. They must be buried or burned.
Not thrown in an underground lake? Fetish of Kaladuran Smooth Hands. Gives invisibility. Presumably once per long rest, yeah. Not greater invisibility. So as soon as you attack, it ends. But still, it's not bad. I was trying to loot the gnomes. Yeah, like, he had some gems on him. Look at all of this awesome treasure that they were just throwing away. This one has a fragrant fungus stew. Yum. Alright.
Assume nothing.
We will follow through on what we said. You would... Nope. Pick up and throw. You can't just click and drag them like you can with any... Dude, come on. Throw out to there. The bounce off the ground is not needed, Lae'zel. It's really not. Dude. That is very much not where I told you to throw it. Again, feel a little bad.
Not a single act wasted.
Wait, this one was not showing. No, it's been looted. I saw the loot option. Can all of you get out of my way? Alright, Lae'zel.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Rest of you, pull back. You are gonna get hit by flying bodies.
Crave blood.
The bounce off the ground. It's just like, come on. You don't have to do that. Apparently I can't throw him over the ledge until I'm next to it. So we're just gonna line all the bodies up right here at the edge. She refuses to throw him any farther. Like, throw. Bounce on the ground. Like, I'm showing a nice arc for the throw. But nope. She's got to do the ground bounce first. Alright, that's all of them. So then, go here.
As I was taught.
Toss them each off. I'm giving you a water burial, which, you know, at least it's something. Burial at sea. After we do the whole bow our head in respect for them. And do that. And they're just down there. I wonder if the ones they threw off are also down here. Or if they just deleted them from existence.
Let's move.
Alright, Varric. Pick up the book.
Bet that will fit in my pack. Breathe deep and move.
Let's check. Anything over here? No. So if the night song is in fact here, and is it on one of the boats maybe? On an executed drow? Maybe one of them is carrying it? I don't know. So that's the route to get out of here, but yeah. That's a big question mark for me.
Let's see what this does.
I don't think we can open the door. Possibly we can. Would they get upset if Astarion lockpicked it?
How for a skeleton key?
They might.
At least things have stayed interesting. Best be on my way.
Okay. Game suddenly auto-saved. That's usually a bad sign. I don't see any current problems, but doesn't mean much.
The scraps of a nightfall feast.
Let's just close the door behind
To
us.
break bread in Shah's name, spill blood in her name. A sacred rite.
Yeah. Like, I'm trying to support you, Shadowheart. But you have to realize that Shar is a bit special. Wow, that's worth 30 gold? Yes, please. Let's take all the various silverware. So I wonder how much of this food is actually good. My assumption is basically none. Yep, rotten. Rotten. So this was a Shar feast, but it's now been left to rot. There's an ongoing fire. A button. So yeah, I super don't trust in this room that's damp, big puddle of water, a permanent ongoing fire right next to a button and what's probably a secret door. All of that just screams trap, danger, something. What am I hearing? Voices from out there, I think. Wonder if they're trying to tunnel to get in here because they couldn't figure out how to open the door. We'll take the silver items. Those are reasonably valuable. Ooh, there was something about disarm trap I thought I saw while we were walking over. Maybe not. Yeah, super nervous about this whole room. There's definitely voices we're hearing around. Assume that's all rotten still. Yep. Check the skeleton. A key. Don't know what it's for, but we'll take it.
What's inside?
Nothing in the vases as usual. Why are you on fire? Alright. Let's toss down a quick save before we come over here and push the button. What if it ejects a bunch of fire at us? I'm gonna be upset. Did not appear to eject a bunch of fire at us. But we are getting deeper into somewhere. There's a button to get out of this location. Fine. Another door. This one unlocked. Something is dripping acid. Couple somethings. I wish I could look up, but the camera doesn't rotate that way. One of these idiots is going to directly walk. Curious that stone has been pried loose. Prime spot for an ambush. What stone? That stone. I assume you can't move it. Now, Lae'zel.
Breeds madness.
Move that out of the way. Yeah.
Never a dull moment.
Hide armor, just plain hide armor. A torch we don't care about. And potion of invisibility. So the prime spot for an ambush is not what he was talking about with that stone. I'm betting this acid is related to our ambush. Is it a trap that's dripping acid? Or is there a monster that's
moving in,
dripping acid? Yeah, it's people dripping that kind of acid. Ochre jelly. There's 3 of them, but I only see 2. I thought we saw an acid pit up there, maybe. What can I find out about ochre jellies? No, not about the acid surface. Blind sight, dark vision. They get an extra attack. They're level 5 with 67 health. Terrible AC though, but they resist slashing and lightning. Okay. Resisting slashing is kind of a problem. Because we have 3 slashing people.
Victory awaits.
We'll start out with Lae'zel. You move forward to here. Please don't actually step in the acid.
Hungry for the slaughter.
Starion, if you could get to the other side of it. Perfect. Turn off that. So first blood would get him an additional D8 piercing damage. It's piercing, nice. Or do I feel like I need psionic overload? There are 3 of them. They have 67 health. If I do that, it means we're not starting out with our first blood attack. But that's probably fine. We're going to be in this fight for a while. So make an offhand attack. 95%. Oh yeah, because their AC is absolutely terrible. So you're just basically guaranteed to hit. Cool. Lae'zel, do the same. Good. 2 to 7 if you just attack with the staff. 2 to 9 with the crossbow. You're not going to kill it in either case. Possibly kill it if you used a spell like Inflict Wounds. But there's always Spirit Guardians. But no, we'll save the 3rd level spell. I don't think we need it for here. Or Sacred Flames, 2 to 16. But that gives them a save, which means my chance of hitting is far less. As opposed to if I just attacked. Wow, actually attacking. They have an AC of 8. How on earth is your attack that bad? I'm not trying to rest. I'm trying to click... Oh, I was clicking Y. I thought I was clicking T. Apparently, Y is rest. Yeah, they don't have any bonus that's giving them something over 8. Your attack is just really that terrible. Well, okay then. Use Sacred Flames. Only 6. Alright, so then lastly, Varric.
Another fight. Let's go.
You could use something like this, where you've got about a 50-50 chance of killing it. No, not Magic Missile. Oh, and I should have Scratch Out. I always forget that, of course. We haven't used any of our spells or our sorcery points, so maybe I ought to do that. You are resistant. You don't have any weaknesses. So let's just do the usual of Twin Spell with Chromatic Orb, using Thunder on you and you. Did you guys take damage from it exploding? Chromatic Orb. Killed 31. No. Good. Thought it might have popped hitting them with acid, which would have made me sad. Alright, Varric. Pull back a touch.
We need to find a way forward.
I want you to be the last one attacked if enemies run up to us.
Let's have some carnage.
Starion. You could...
Yes.
Say get over to here.
I will ascend.
Lae'zel. You could jump to here. Perfect.
Let's finish
And Shadowheart. Get out your melee weapon just in case someone rushes you and you can get an attack of opportunity, but it seems unlikely. Can you loot this ochre jelly? Yes, you can. Ochre jelly slime is a throwable for 3 to 6 damage. Meh. Or an alchemical ingredient for elixir of guileful movement. Which, as usual, the elixirs don't tell me what they actually do. Ugh, I dislike that. Alright. That'll be your turn. Okay, he's all the way up there. Oh, you can spit acid. Huh. Well now. You guys got a little bit hurt. Alright, Astarion, start with your melee attack. Or your main hand attack. Which does get the sneak attack. Good. Perhaps I should have Lae'zel attack because she can't actually rush over to that one. And Astarion technically could. No, didn't quite finish this one off. That is a shame. I mean, we could go for the pommel strike just to see if we can finish it off. Would turn into a non-lethal attack, as ridiculous as that is, on an ooze. It's per short rest, yes? Yeah, so we'll get it back soon enough. I don't know if you know what non-lethal means, Lae'zel, but that looks pretty lethal to me. Alright, so we can send her up this way. And then Astarion. I think you can probably... Yeah, you can make it to this guy.
On the way.
To get a stab in on him. Not the most impressive stab ever. No, actually 10 damage. I'll take it. I didn't see the 7 piercing damage. Just saw the 2 and the 1 pop up.
Can't even catch my breath.
Okay. What can you do, Beric, without stepping in the acid? So from all the way down here. And 95%. The low ground isn't really affecting you.
Time to strike.
Good enough. You finished your turn. Shadowheart, please get out of the lightning, or the acid rather. Granted, you are still acidified. There we go. That's a good hit. Seriously? Seriously? It took 2 attacks of opportunity to get over here just to hit Shadowheart and move back and hit Astarion. Dude. Well, just kill it. Alright, let's go into turn-based mode. So that way we don't accidentally lose them to death saves. Oh no, they both automatically succeeded their death saves. Never mind. We're not in danger of having a problem with them. Look at that, Lae'zel helping Shadowheart. Such good friends. No. Exit turn-based mode, thank you.
Moving ahead.
Please avoid the acid. Oh, it's gone now. So I was thinking as they were starting to get low that I would consider using this, but it used my action. And I was like, they're not that low yet. And then they just got wrecked.
Battle has taken its toll. I should rest.
You probably should. Let's take a short rest. Get your guys' health up a tiny bit. That door is clearly sealed. More alcohol. Yeah, general good stuff. Trying to look on the map to see what's explorable. Okay, the explorable area does end there. We can get out here a ways, it looks like. See what that looks like from up here. So I do see that laculite that there's probably a way to get to.
Indolence breeds madness.
Death. Path is interrupted. Seems that's a no. Could you cast... No, you can't, because we still haven't actually done a long rest since you cast Mage Hand. That seems so long ago. Still is the same day?
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. On my way.
We probably should... Oh, hello there. I didn't actually loot up here, apparently. And someone stepped in the acid. Of course it was Shadowheart. Who else would just not watch where they're going and step in danger? Okay. Yeah, so we didn't go up here. I just wandered off elsewhere. We did loot that. Good. Shadowheart, watch out. Incense is valuable. Incense bowls are not. Take those scrolls. No, we might be able to jump across there. I was like, I think we're getting to a dead end soon. But maybe not. This looks like it's just going to keep going. I have no idea where we're exploring or why. Or what people are going to say when they find us out here. But I think this will be a stopping point. We'll end the episode here. Next time we will hop across and see where that takes us. So I will see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye.